Hello everyone, my name is Lance Serrano and this is my presentation on Horace, also known as Quintus Horatius Flaccus. Quick introduction: Horace was a famous and influential poet in the time of Emperor Augustus, the first Roman emperor. He is arguably considered by many poets to be one of the greatest Latin lyric poets and satirists, known for his odes and love letters that were commonly polished, controlled, and delightful. The life of Horace. Firstly, before his rise to fame, Horace was born into Venusia, Italy on December 65 BC. His father was a freed slave who owned a small farm that did not possess many things. They grew up poor, but Horace's father moved to Rome where he was fortunate enough to send Horace to school where he studied Greek literature and philosophy. After studying for years, Horace was forced into the position of a staff officer in the Brutus army fighting in the Battle of Philippi in 44 BCE due to the assassination of Julius Caesar. After the war, Horace was able to obtain a position of a clerk in the treasury, which jump-started his poetic career. There he met Virgil, a Roman poet, and became a member of a literacy circle. They worked to inspire and help each other in their works. Through the literacy circle, he became close friends with Mechanus, who became his patron, providing Horace with financial support and recognition, allowing him to earn a modest income and the leisure to write. At this point in time, Horace was able to produce the majority of his most iconic works that we will dive into later slides. And at the age of 57, Horace died in Rome, buried next to his friend Mechanus. Listed are a variety of Horace's most notable works. In 35 BC, he published his satires, which discussed the current state of Rome, depicted as corrupted and included human brutality and folly. In 29 BC, he published the Epodes, a collection of iambic poems. In 23 BC, he created the first 3 books of the Odes, which were works that were written in a lighthearted manner, celebrating real-life events such as proposing a drink or wishing one a safe journey. In 20 BC, he wrote the first book of Epistles, which consisted of 20 short letters written in hexameters that explored morals. In 17 BC, he wrote a ceremonial poem titled Carmen Secular, celebrating his reign as a poet. In 14 BC, he published a second book of Epistles, and in the final years of his life, he wrote Ars Poetica, which served as the basic guide for composing poetry. In this text specifically, Horace advised other inspiring writers to read carefully, strive for precision, and to be open to any constructive criticism. Along with Virgil, his friend, Horace is the most celebrated of the Augustan poets. Some major themes and motives. Horace developed a variety of themes throughout his poetic career, including politics, love, philosophy, ethics, his own social role, as well as poetry as a whole. His work often focused on the rustic life and simpler times of the past, a lifestyle he's very familiar with in his early childhood. The whole country life for Horace represents the success of his people, as he believed Rome's society at the time was thriving solely due to the farmlands. Major themes Horace is commonly known for are within the Odes and Satires. The Odes is his most profound work, best known for writing in various poetic meters and themes consisting of lyric poems addressing issues of friendship, love, and the practice of poetry. The Satires were Horace's most personal work, as they include depictions of his personal views and desires such as the search for happiness, self-sufficiency, and a content life. Horace addressed the audience with gentle irony about human faults and weaknesses, and desired for the audience to confront these issues. It is also the most relatable to most contemporary readers, since a majority of the social satire is relevant to modern literature. And finally, we have the relation between Horace and where exactly it fits within world literature. As previously mentioned, Horace was born towards the end of Republican Rome and the beginning of Imperial Rome. During this time, renowned poets such as Lucretius and Catullus, authors we have discussed in our previous readings, were present at the time. Lucretius, also a Roman poet, was most commonly known for his work on the nature of the universe, which focused on an Epicurean worldview, much less known for his poems. Catullus, another poet similar to Horace, wrote poems for love, hatred, involving his own personal feelings. His authentic expression of feelings made his poems just as memorable as Horace's. Overall, Horace's work made a tremendous impact on poetry, gaining recognition during the late Middle Ages and the Renaissance, where the work of Roman and Greek literature was heavily emphasized. He was a leading poet during the Augustan age, and his work would later influence writers such as Ben Jonson, Alexander Pope, and Robert Frost, and many more to this day. This is my works cited, and this concludes the presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it.